Most people think their worst enemy is outside of them. Their boss, their enemies, their competitors, even society. But Carl Jung would disagree. Jung believed that the most dangerous traps are not out there. They are in here, inside your own psyche. And the terrifying part? You don't even realize when you've fallen into them. They keep you weak, distracted, and trapped in a life that isn't yours. Today, we'll uncover the 7 psychological traps Carl Jung warned about. And if you recognize them in yourself, it might just change the entire direction of your life. Think about it. How many times have you said yes when you wanted to say no? How many times have you played the nice guy, even though it drained your soul? How often do you find yourself chasing pleasure, attention, or approval, only to feel emptier than before? It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're weak-willed. It's because your mind is running on old unconscious patterns. Jung called this the shadow, the hidden part of yourself you refuse to see. And until you recognize these traps, you'll never escape them. You'll stay stuck in the same cycles, powerless, unseen, and secretly miserable. But once you see them, once you drag them into the light, everything changes. Carl Jung spent his life exploring the hidden forces of the psyche. He warned that most people live unconsciously, like puppets controlled by inner forces they don't understand. He wrote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." In other words, the traps that keep you weak are not outside circumstances. They're inside patterns. And if you don't confront them, you will blame the world for a destiny you unknowingly created. Let's uncover the 7 biggest traps Jung warned about. The 7 psychological traps. Number 1, the trap of the persona, living behind a mask. We all wear masks, the professional, the funny one, the agreeable one. But Jung warned that when you become the mask, you lose yourself. You're no longer living as you. You're living as a character designed to please others. The mask protects you from rejection, but also blocks you from authenticity. Weakness. You become dependent on approval and terrified of showing your true self. Number 2, the trap of the shadow, rejecting your dark side. Jung's most famous idea, the shadow. It's the part of yourself you deny. Anger, lust, ambition, envy. You hide it because it feels unacceptable. But repressing the shadow doesn't destroy it. It makes it stronger, twisting you from the inside. Weakness. The shadow leaks out unconsciously, in jealousy, rage, and self-sabotage. You think you're good, but secretly you're controlled by the very darkness you avoid. Number 3, the trap of projection, blaming others for your own issues. Ever notice how the traits you hate most in others often reflect what you deny in yourself? That's projection. Instead of owning your flaws, you see them out there, in your partner, your boss, your enemies. Weakness. Projection blinds you. Instead of facing your wounds, you spend your energy fighting phantoms in other people. Number 4, the trap of comfort, choosing safety. Overgrowth. Jung warned against identifying with comfort. Safety feels good, but it secretly weakens you. Growth requires risk, conflict, even pain. When you hide from discomfort, you also hide from transformation. Weakness. You stagnate, living in a prison disguised as security. Number 5, the trap of collective conformity, losing yourself in the crowd. Jung studied how people merge into the collective. Society, trends, groupthink, all of it pulls you away from individuality. You stop asking, "What do I want?" Instead, you ask, "What do they want from me?" Weakness. You dissolve into the herd, losing your voice, your vision, your destiny. Number 6, the trap of identification, believing you are your thoughts and roles. You say, "I am my job, I am my failures, I am my depression." But Jung warned, you are not these things. When you identify with temporary states, you shrink your infinite self into a label. Weakness. You become imprisoned by roles and stories that were never the full truth of who you are. Number 7, the trap of ignoring the unconscious, refusing inner work. The greatest trap of all, refusing to look within. Jung believed the unconscious holds dreams, instincts and wisdom that guide your destiny. But most people never explore it. They drown it out with distractions, scrolling, noise, endless busyness. Weakness. You live half alive, blind to your deepest potential, always chasing the surface and never touching the soul. Good news. Once you see these traps, you can escape them. Imagine shedding the mask, owning your shadow, and no longer being triggered by other people's flaws. Imagine embracing discomfort, breaking free from the herd, and realizing you are not your passing thoughts. You are far more. This is the path of individuation, Jung's ultimate vision. It's not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming whole, integrating all parts of yourself, even the dark ones, until you stand rooted, authentic, and unshakable. When you break these traps, you stop being a puppet of the unconscious. You start becoming the author of your own life. So let me ask you, which of these traps do you recognize in yourself right now? Do you wear the mask too often? Do you run from your shadow? Do you hide in comfort while your soul begs for growth? Jung believed that real freedom doesn't come from money, success, or power. It comes from making the unconscious conscious. Maybe the real question is not, am I trapped? But which trap am I ready to escape today? If this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Journal tonight. Write down the mask you wear most often and ask yourself, what would happen if I lived one day without it? And if you want to go even deeper, watch my next video on The Mask You Wear is Killing You. Jung's Shadow Explained. It will take you further down the path of breaking free, because at the end of the day, the only real prison is the one inside your own mind. And Carl Jung left us the keys.